Alright, what's up everybody? We're here. More Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Today I'm going to kind of do a little how-to video on how to really win a pretty good bit, at least starting out for sure. First thing you want to do is, if you're on regular Duel Masters, I've actually played a little bit just so I can get a few more gems. I've unlocked GX, so we'll pop over there real quick. The further you advance, you'll unlock GX and all of its characters, and then you'll also unlock 5DS. So you'll have all those characters as well. So this is really, whenever I first downloaded this game, I didn't expect it to be as in depth as it is, but you know, the world's changed a little bit for each one. I just think that's pretty cool. And you'll have different events, like this event thing right here, this big eye in the middle. That is for GX as well. So you'll have different events for different worlds, which I think is pretty dope. They put a lot of work into it. So right now I just have Jaden, and if you click on him, I probably
want a duel. Let's get our game on.
I can't show anybody else, but it's fairly easy to unlock the first couple people on all of the series. So you'll get a lot of different people to play with, a lot of different decks. But for today, as far as just a how-to, and what I'm doing right now is I'm just popping around picking up those little exclamation points. Those help out a lot. It's just little, little coins or free gate keys, that kind of stuff. So first and foremost, let's see who I have. I know I've got Yugi.
No one messes with Joey Wheeler.
I did unlock Taya. Taya's really hard to use. You might as well just get rid of her deck completely and rebuild one. Just because it's fairies, it's not strong at all. None of the decks are really strong that you get from the people, but hers in particular is just so terrible.
Check out my A game.
The easiest way I found to win, and simplest way, and the amount of cards you're going to see the most, is probably with Joey. Now, I don't think this is the one. This is Grit. But one of his skills is makes it super simple. It makes you start out with an actual land. So his life point boost is his first skill that he gets, and it increases your starting life points by 1,000 without having to take away anything. Some of the other people have increased life points, like you'll start out with 1,000 or 1,500, but you gotta start with one less card or something along those lines. So this life point boost A is it's really helpful. So go with Joey if you want to get a lot of points and just knock out a lot of stuff real easily. Now I am saving up money for my next video, which will be like a shopping spree, so we'll do that. But for this one, to get a really easy start, you get a lot of gems off the bat. So pop over to the shop, and you're going to go to actual decks. Any of these decks are pretty cool to use. Return of the Red Eyes is a pretty good one to use if you can get into that one. And most of these decks should be 500 gems, which is the same price as 10 booster packs. So not a horrible deal, not a real great deal, but you get a very, you get a deck that you can use right now. So it's not going to show, of course, the one that I already bought apparently, but I actually bought one. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Legendary Warriors, which is for Joey. Now my Joey on the phone is he's like level 30. So I mean I use him a lot, but he'll eventually open up. Like I said, he'll get an ability to where he gets to start out with a I believe it's a field, which gives all your warriors a certain amount of attack points. So again, I've already got this deck, but it would cost 500 gold. So not too bad, not a bad little deck to purchase off the bat. So we can go into it. You got some really strong warriors, and what this is you're going to be going for warriors more or less the whole time. Let's see, let's move on here. Battle King, that's just a 3,000. I mean, that's the defense is like stupid low on that one, but still, this one's a good one. 2,100. DD Warriors, it's not bad, but after damage calculation, when this card battles a monster, banish that monster. So you could have him fight up Blue Eyes and you still get to banish it. So it's a give and take. Any X Saber cards X Saber strat is really good. A lot of them play off of each other. So if you've got like if you got a deck full of them, some of them will have you special summoning the other ones. Some of them will give other ones life point, or not life points, but attack points. So X Saber is a really good, if you can find them. They're fairly difficult to find as far as in packs and stuff. So, you know, if you can get them, they're good to use. It's another X Saber right there. So, I mean, that one doesn't have any special points, but the real goal of this whole situation is to get 4 stars as high attack points as possible. That is the hands down fastest way to win in all of Duel Links. You can get all kinds of cool sexy combos, you know, where you're dropping massive cards off the bat, but at the core of it, high attack points, 4 stars or less. Get them out on the field, get them attacking. 1800 is really good. That's why this deck is pretty dope, because it starts with 3 of those. So that's a really solid start. There's another one, and there's 2 of these, also 1800. You got some pretty decent, I don't really care for this one, but as far as, you know, building a warrior deck, you start out with your different swords and all different stuff you can equip to it. This one is an absolutely essential card. That's what makes this deck good to buy. Because if you're going with Joey, again, he's probably one of the easiest ones to run. Go with warriors. Pick up this deck. It starts you out with 2 of these, the A-Force cards. All warrior type monsters you control gain 200 attack for each warrior or spellcaster type monster you control. So that's a really powerful card if you're running a full deck of warriors. Staunch Defender and Jar of Avarice, early on, that's a pointless card. Because if you're running like this type of deck early on, you're not gonna even get 5 cards in your graveyard. You know, you're gonna power through. So I mean, I don't know. I took that. I haven't taken that out, but I'm going to take that out of the deck that I have. So I basically bought that, modified it just a touch. I believe I put some extra ones in there because I came up with an Amazon card off of win that off of one of my decks, or off of one of my duels. So I don't need to auto build deck. But yeah, I've unlocked some cards so far. So you got some stuff up here. Obviously, once you unlock people, you unlock their deck. So I still have, you know, you got your Dark Magician, you know, your big hitters. Actually, I've got Egyptian God cards, and you would think those are really hard to get, but they're not. They actually just give them to you. So they're pretty cool to use. You can run them in really any deck. If you're doing Joey and Warriors, I do like to do the Obelisk just to have. So we'll actually scoot him over here. It's just fun. It's just fun to have him, just in case. That's a sweet little taste, you know, if you could drop that on somebody. One other card I didn't mention, but this one is just a very nonchalant card until you look at the effect. When it's normal summon, you can shuffle 1 card from your hand in your deck, then draw 1, then you can special summon it if it's a monster. If you're running heavy monsters, which I'm about even right now, that's a pretty good card to have. It basically gives you a free summon. Another crucial card to have is Diankito. I think I mentioned this on my first video. You know, pick up these whenever you can. I believe you can get these on table randomly by winning a duel. Dang, so you need to be dueling Ted Gardner. I got it in a trade. Basically, you get little tickets where you can trade in and get rare cards and stuff. So that's where I got it, but I'm gonna be dueling the crap out of Tay if I knew I could get it there. Minimize. But this is basically my Joey deck. I added, obviously, Obelisk and just this Amazoness Paladin, 1700 attack points, 4 drop. I added this, you know, gain little life points every now and then. But you want to have as few cards as possible. You want to have 20 if you can. This is an early deck. I've got a couple on my other account that are just 20 cards. Like, I've got a fusion deck that's pretty fun to run. I may try to build another one of those. So keep that in mind. You know, you get up to 25 to 30. It's harder to draw what you want. It's quick. So just keep that in mind. So that was my little how-to on how to win real quick. early on. I mean, I've really powered through this. Joey's already level 15.
No one messes with Joey Wheeler.
Anybody's close to that.
It's time to
yeah, Yugi is even Yugi just level 10. So clearly Joey's the only one I've been using. So yeah, I'm gonna try to dual Teo a little bit. Just try to get some more of those cards because that gain 1,000 life points is super crucial. But anyway, on my next video, we're going to be doing a shopping spree. I'm going to go in and buy a whole bunch of stuff, spend all my gems, and see if we can unlock some decent cards, build some cool decks, and we'll check that out later. So appreciate you watching. Hopefully it was some nice little tips and how-tos, and you can build a really good deck out the start. First couple levels. You get up to level 5, you should have enough to build a pretty. You should have enough gems to buy a decent little starter deck, and you should be good to go from there. So appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you next time.